Alapete Carlisle, not a bad crowd in here at the SCG, but we've had better. Port Adelaide at the lower end of the ladder. In fact, they lose tonight, they could wake up tomorrow 17th. But the Swans, they could be hunting down a top 4 spot. We're underway. Westhoff and Brogan got the ruck contest. Brogan the slap down. Hunted down by Robbie Gray, just left it behind Kennedy. McVeigh dangerously. Grundy could have taken it across, and he turns it over to Motlop, and he's not the kind of guy you want to get into form early. Slowly working into a better year this year. Just 9 games and 10 goals last year. That's his 12th goal of the season, and he starts perfectly tonight. Daniel Stewart attacks it nicely to his own advantage. Forced to backtrack. Kane Corns, beautiful handball. Hartlett short. Broadbent couldn't take the mark. Still alive. Port have leaders inside 50. Schultz got the chances of kicking a competitive score these days. Hasn't missed a shot this year. Still hasn't missed. Straight over the umpire's head. And now he's in trouble. Forced to get it up. Ball still alive. Goods takes them on. Handball not so good. Brogan went back. Led a hand. Pettigrew wants to come to the open side. Westhoff can get and go. Good kick.
Bad error. And then went to ground. That is costly.
Can the Swans make them pay? Jude Bolton comes in hard, gives it up. Everett already had a sider and hits that one magnificently.
If you're going to pepper the goals, you nearly saw that last night with the Geelong-Collingwood game as well.
Play on advantage there. Everyone stopped again. It's been a confusing alteration to the rule. Players are not quite attuned to it just yet. Often hear the whistle and stop. Jude Bolton spears that to half forward. Superb pass to Everett. Open spaces ahead. Picks the pocket and Bird gets back.
On Daniel Pearce, who just didn't push hard enough back in defence.
This is his first shot at goal for the year. And from the copybook. Good Grundy.
A good mark. Good contested mark, that one.
He's come a really solid centre-up back now, Heath Grundy. He does that consistently, one-on-ones. He uses his body really, really well.
Jetta, clever. To half forward, Everett, who's having an impact. Off hands, Bird. Short, Goods.
Needs to go back and kick this one out of Goods.
Minutes.
So 8 goals, 12 for the year so far. Adam Goods. This should be well within his repertoire. He gets under it, but it's the straightness that matters.
Just looks disinterested and lazy, but he's got so much to offer this team.
Chaplin to Ebert, dumped away by Smith. Ball hits the deck. Boak didn't want to have the shot. Gave it off to Schultz. Kane Corns too far out. Brogan plucks. Can't mark it though. Boak off hands again. Has the snap and threads it against the run of play. We've got the loose man, Robbie Gray. Uses him. Here's where they've been having problems finding the target on 50 or inside 50. Salopek, Gray, Boak could go for goal if he wants to. Poke passes to Schultz.
Well, the final kick hit the target.
But plays on to Thomas.
Yeah, that's a good square up. Directly in front. He was on a pretty tight angle, Jay Schultz.
Kicked it, went straight down Shaw's throat, and he fumbled it.
And then ran over it.
So Matt Thomas, who's been dazed a couple of times in this game, strikes that well, and Port Adelaide back in front.
Yeah, well played. A terrific game last week. For a young kid, he used his body extremely well there.
Brogan, and a big sit Mumford over the top of the bigger man.
Yeah, nothing better than doing it against your direct opponent either. He would have loved that one.
Rewrite to just go back, hold it up, and show the crowd, which he probably should have done anyway, but that's a really good mark. But sometimes just that little adrenaline when you do take those marks. Players tend to now play on and give the handball. Back in your day, Jason, it's only if you kick it 75 metres.
Through the middle of the ground.
Brogan, front spot. Couldn't quite get a decisive kick away. Jude Bolton back with the run of the ball again. Grundy to half forward. Jacobs stays down. Might crumb this. Trengo does. Gives it to Jacobs. Ball bounced unkindly. Hassled off it. McVeigh runs in. That's a trip, surely.
Yeah.
Ran inside 50. Gets a free.
And a good lesson.
Kick a goal. He's got a 6-goal game to his name. From outside 50, he pumps it all the way home. In fact, Port Adelaide again get more numbers back. Off some hands. Goods hassles it off. Pettigrew ran into a roadblock in Gordon. Did he have Pryor there?
Yeah.
Got to be gone.
Well, he had Pryor because he took on the player in front of him and tried to run through him. He just panicked a little bit there, Michael Pettigrew.
Rushing it through when they get plenty of opportunity too. He's kicked 1 goal 6 this year, Reid. Was never going to miss that. They're both okay and both get a touch. Bolton got it from Everett. Kicks to half forward. Gordon gives it back to Everett, who's got McVeigh. So a few possessions each to Goods. Bounce past. Clever collect. Spin. Kick. Front spot. Reid.
I think that's a pretty good.
This a little tough for the last one, but from the goal line. Keeps it low. Perfect start to the second half for the Swans. Lasted about a minute. Got uncomfortable wearing it.
Didn't even last the game. I don't think he even started the game, did he?
No, a minute. He lasted a minute. And Jude Bolton, what a minute it's been for the Swans. 2 goals in 60 seconds.
That was a little
Good with that. So often Adams' problem can sometimes be he's too unselfish. That's unusual for Goodsy.
Phillips, the catch and go. Inside 50, off some hands. Schultz lurking. Grundy right with him. Schultz wins it, keeps it in to the top of the square. Logan goes up and brings it down. 1 shot, 1 goal. Cuts the margin back to 17 points. Go back to Grundy if he wants to. Goes to Ted Richards. And he goes wider. Reid, good build up. Swans have an open forward line. Johnson needs to pick out a one-on-one. This sits it up. Again, Logan got there first. And there's a free kick for the Swans. Play on advantage. They should get a goal here. Every Port Adelaide player stopped. Argue about the rule all you like, but it's a goal to Everett.
Know whose free kick it was. It is a free kick, but Logan doesn't know that.
I'll tell you one of the problems we've got now, Roosie. As the Swans go forward, we just keep an eye on things, Dwayne.
O'Keefe to Reid to Goods. Wants to put the hammer down and get on to the right. Pokes it back. He's got the numbers. And Bird takes the mark. Yeah, I think they might have to tinker with that rule slightly. Return it to its old form. Smith. Gee, got plenty on that. That's out of here. Hot start to this third term for the Swans. They've kicked 4 goals to 0 for the quarter. Even. 4 goals to 1 for the quarter, I should say. Even. Centering ball. That's perfection. Schultz.
What a pass.
He's kicked 3
straight at the footy.
Hurt himself earlier in the game when he hit the post with his ribs. But he is a sharp shooter and he keeps Port Adelaide in the contest. Have a palm down. Pearce, Trengove, the old 1-2-3. Central ball, missed Broadbent. Back in the corridor. Players attack it hard. Well done, Mumford. Gave it up. Jude Bolton, bad kick. Pokes it. Schultz, clever half volley. Gives it up to Hartlett. Bounced it through almost. And Modlov, the miracle kick. Richards did everything right, then did it all wrong. Carefully. Pearce, Port Adelaide with a run on. Alapate Carlisle, turnover. Bird, Jude Bolton, Jetta, McVeigh. Mumford's calling for it long. He goes short. Well, we mentioned he's been a little iffy in front of goal the last couple of weeks. Ben McGlynn from 50. That was never in doubt. That's a work of art. Back to 16 points. Time left in this quarter. O'Keefe, another clearance. Goods can go down for the half volley. Gathers, goes, top of the square. Lewis Roberts Thompson.
Once again, the Sydney clearance, Jace, is just a quick kick going forward, whereas Port's, even though they had the momentum, as I said before,
Well, there was a long pause there. 134 games, 14 goals. That's a spear.
9 apiece.
Yeah, I think they've probably nullified each other. Really, one of the ruckmen, I think, John Longmire, Matty Primus would hope one of his ruckmen can go forward and kick a really critical goal. But at this stage,
it's really, off the ground. Sorry, Rosie.
No, you're right.
Bangs it away, makes it somebody else's problem. Pettigrew got there. Couldn't collect. Everett half does. Realises there's a bit of contact coming. Jude Bolton to half forward. McGlynn, the collect. Port Adelaide are breaking strain right now. Reid backs back inside 50. Puts the margin out to 36 points, the biggest margin of the game. from the paint. Set sail. And this one.
Always get across and help their teammates.
Off some hands. Kick a goal by Phillips.
Great.
First goal for Port Adelaide, and he slides it through to give him a chance.
Kick it along the ground for the entire length of the field.
Through Ebert, Boak, Hartlett, manhandled by Matner, who stole it from him. Gives it up. Jetta tries to set it up with a pass to the pocket to Goods.
I think Carlo went back-to-back air swing and then a one-iron. Phone next to me here. Sometimes horse needs a little bit of advice.
And a play on's called and he slides it through. That is an amazing goal. Kennedy from the pocket. Down. Kennedy again in the thick of it. Matner, Bird, and now on the open side with a ton of space. Parker can set it up. Goes longer than he initially could have. Could have gone to Hanbury. Reid takes the mark. Hanbury still free. So's Jetta.
Well, they take this club forward.
Lewis Jetta has kicked 1 goal 4 this year. And straight through the middle.
He surprised himself, I reckon.
I think he just turned around at the right time.
It nearly landed in his hands.
Jetta to Jude Dalton.
They'll get a goal out of this.
Probably, although it just depends on who wants to kick it. They've got plenty of options. Kennedy's the man.
Terrific effort.
Yeah, if you make it look like a marking attempt, you're fine. Kennedy showing no mercy.
One, Jetta just ran straight past him. Selopek just nowhere to be seen. Really poor play.
Jetta again to Hanbury.
It's going to come up as a really good win for the Swans.
It was crunched earlier in the night, Daniel Hanbury. He bounced up from 48. They're showing some killer instinct, the Swans. Yeah, there was many a call during great cricket games past. And all in good spirit, of course. Moore went hard of the contest. Jacobs bumped off it by McVeigh. And again threads his way through. Past Boak, gives to Bird. High inside 50. Chance for Chaplin to go up. Pettigrew went up. Gee, Reid was crunched. Chaplin's hurt. Parker could have kicked his first. Gives it off to Hanbury. Bang! They're nailing the coffin shut.
Reid got
An ankle at the moment. Gary Rowan, who hurt his knee in a gym accident. Hopefully not far away as well. Everett takes the mark. Canelli caught and dispossessed on the side. It was a mauling in the end. Sydney Swans win their first game at the SCG for the year. 4 wins, 2 losses and a draw now to start the season for the Sydney Swans. Port Adelaide, well, they're a big chance for their first ever wooden spoon. Port have never won a spoon. 14th, their worst ever finish back in 2000. And in the morning, they could wake up 17th on the AFL ladder. But 20,719, mostly Swans fans, enjoyed a victory, as Paul Roos said earlier on, and saw them put the foot down and race away rather than win a close one.